Hey all, I don't know how to start this, but welcome to my first video essay slash life update. There is a lot I want to talk about. I doubt I will be able to cover it all, and I can't tell you or stress enough how much I have rehearsed and orchestrated this, whether it's talking out loud or in my head. This idea, this dream of a video essay, the perfect one, I've had it in my mind for years. This isn't the perfect one, but I need a first one to like launch off of, a platform to, start from, foundation. So, yeah, there are minimal cuts, or at least I take pause breaks recording when I too much, or when I need a break, when I need a breather. But that's it. You're getting the raw, genuine, unfiltered version of me, of Max. I kind of wish this was just completely like uncut. I That's how my previous recordings were that I've taken. Like I basically started this like it's about time I get do the first video essay. This first video essay, it's like a week old at this point. Like my first recording. But yeah, this recording right here, this is definitely not my first attempt. So for me, this has been in the makings for years. I've had this idea conjured up, like the idea, the concept of the perfect video essay. Can't tell you how long I've like been thinking and ruminating on this. But I need to get something out. I need a first essay to get out, and this is the one. So yeah, I've had this idea for years. But only have actually like put it into gear like this past week or so, because I finally just I hit a point. I didn't say it was a life update for no reason. So much has changed since I first created this YouTube channel. When I first created this YouTube channel, I had like it was just a pipe dream that like actually I'd be a content creator one day. I think I just made a YouTube channel as a what if, like hypothetical that was never actually going to happen. Um, and plus, you need to have your own channel to subscribe to other channels. But when I first created my YouTube channel, it was back in high school. My channel's like almost 10 years old at this point. It never really picked up though, or like got any traction. Of course, a lot of that is just because I like wasn't putting in the sheer motivation and determination and didn't know what I was doing. But yeah, I posted some in high school. It wasn't much. It was just like little edit montage, like AMV type of things, but they were little like passion, like kind of fan edit things, and it was like at the end of the day a way for me to outlet like my creativity. And from the get-go, it's like a lot of people don't like video editing, but I actually sort of do. I like splicing together the footage. I'm weird like that. Yeah, don't know why, but I like creating things and creation, and when it's not like under a deadline, and it's just, yeah, kind of out of passion, pure passion. Yeah, it's awesome, dude. um, but that's just me. That's just my opinion. Uh, I think that's because I've kind of like learned to work with the software, and it's pretty intuitive. Like you use Adobe to edit and splice footage, and it's super easy, but try using After Effects. That's a whole different beast. And Jesus Christ, like for some of that stuff, you literally almost have to, like, there's some functions where you have to type in code, like a line of code. It's not much, but it's just, yeah, like I see why people don't like doing that work. It can be pretty tedious, honestly, at times, or like repetitive. Uh, But yeah, there's something about like perfectly editing something together where it's like it matches the background audio perfectly. Like that, I love syncing those things, the visual with the, and yeah, like that's why I love animation. I love art. I consider myself a very creative person. It's why I'm making this ultimately. It should be the big like duh reason behind why I'm making this. It's um content creation for the sake of creation. Um yeah. Uh got 1 year left of college. But I don't know. I'm not trying to put too much pressure on myself, but I think it's more than appropriate, like that my final year of graphic design, I should try and build up my online presence even more. It's not big or anything right now, but like I started an art Instagram a while ago, and and now I'm actually like uploading frequently. It kind of started this this spring semester, but kind of like more so a summer thing. Like this beginning or start of summer is when it's like really kicked off, I think. So yeah, I've hit a point now in my life. Um, Everything's just kind of like culminated, and it's all coming to a head now. Very much like the universe is just, this is when it arranged it for me. The stars are aligning. Um, yeah, like I'll get all mystical about it, but genuinely, everything leading up to this moment is what was required to like make and finally start this video essay. It's like it was the catalyst, the thing, the fire under my ass that got lit. There's so much that led up and propelled me to, finally publish this essay. This is not the first video essay. I recorded myself talking like for almost 3 hours. Yeah, like a week ago. It was kind of a lonely night door dashing, and so like that, me talking on the phone for all that time, that kind of started this. Um, but what started, that voice recording, that almost 2+ hour voice recording, um, what started that was my death anxiety, uh, and like my mortality, and I was just kind of going in circles. But it's like it's kind of this thing you do where it's like, if you try not to think, if you do try to think too hard about the reality and existence in which you live in, like you'll kind of go insane, and you'll kind of go in circles. um so yeah, I was just, that it's the ultimate reminder, death, and that's what the like death anxiety is. It's just like being anxious of something that hasn't even happened yet. Like I'm spending my time before I've even died thinking of when I'm gonna die, and that's like a waste of time. Like especially saying it out loud. So like that's how it'll just kind of go back in circles. But the thought will hit you like, you know every now and then of, this is all going to end one day, and it's like you almost have to. What I was doing that one night was sort of like self-soothing myself by talking to myself, um, in a weird way. Uh, I kind of get why people like talk to themselves in like a weird comforting way. Like I don't know why talking. I don't. Company's nice, and even when it's like your own company, when it's you, even having yourself as company is nice. I know that sounds fucking crazy, but like I don't do this. Like I only talked for that long into myself because I was talking to a phone, um, like genuinely a voice recording. But I see why people just on their, even their off time or whenever, just why they do it. Um, so yeah, when the thought of death like just hits you randomly, um, it kind of like, it almost takes you out of the present moment, because you're thinking about this thing that's already like determined in the future, but you just haven't reached the destination yet. So you just gotta like ride it out. But in a weird way, it's like then you get anxious thinking about your death. This is just in my experience, but then like I'll just circle back to, okay, well, what is truly important? The way I spend my time, um, and just, yeah, being in the present moment and like love. That's that's really what's most important. So it does go full circle. It's kind of nice. I can keep trying to grapple with this death thing, but I think it's trying to teach me. It's obviously going to be the ultimate lesson in my life. I believe. I'm very stubborn, and I don't know when I'll ever come to terms with me dying. I'm sure there are way more old or elderly people out there than you think or expect. That are actually like afraid and terrified to die. I know a lot of older, like old people on their deathbed, they've come to terms with death and they've already accepted it. Well, that's not how I'm gonna be. Uh, I don't think. I know myself pretty well. Um, yeah, I know I'm a pretty stubborn person. I'm gonna go out in the night like fighting, whatever, however the saying goes. So that original like 2 hour plus recording, I wanted to like release it and post it, but that's like when you're using Adobe Rush on your phone, you can only like once you render past 10 minutes of footage, like the background B-roll footage you were using just becomes super choppy. It just becomes like a PowerPoint presentation slideshow. Um, Literally. So like I want the background to be serviceable somewhat, and if 10 minutes in it just becomes fucking shit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to work with that. So, um I do plan to eventually post like that long uncut thing. But yeah, I can't tell you how annoying it is to I had like 2+ hours of footage to fit and fill all the time that the voice recording took up. Um and yeah, it took so much time. Like it my phone was able to go through like 100% and render. It took like maybe an hour, over an hour. Yeah, it definitely took over an hour. But when it finally like rendered, it's like great. Only the first 10 minutes are usable. So for closing remarks, um yeah, there's so much that just inspired this video. Shout out to Zach Oy, his video, 10 years of weed addiction. What no one tells you this. That's what the video title is. It's from his experience, and it's like I'll touch on that maybe on like the next video, but that video, just everything leading up to this moment, everything that's like accumulated and compounded. Yeah, to, I guess the time is now. Don't know how to close out a video. I feel like there's still like some stuff I left here unanswered. I just go on tangents. It's a first video. I can't put that much pressure on myself, right? Hope you enjoyed. Uh, yeah, this is there will be plenty more of Max talks. And I will get into the thick of it. I'll get deep. I'll get into the weeds. I like philosophy. Um, Philosophy literally just means thinking. So if you don't like philosophy just because it sounds pretentious, well, whatever. That's dumb. Uh, have a good day, guys. Bye.